Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. This is Everly Virginia. Welcome back to my channel. And today's topic is beware of moral killers. Welcome. So, as I had said before, I'm going to be talking about beware of moral killers. So sometimes it's hard to kind of identify, people who are in your life and they kill your morale. Every time you try to do something, they just kill your morale, they kill your vibe. And it's like they're not for you. It's always like they're against you. It's always like they want to bring you down. It's always like they want to make you feel like you don't deserve good things, or they always want to just make you feel like you're not all that you were created to be, and they kind of make you feel stagnant because now you try and maybe please them because maybe they're your friends, they're your relatives, so you'll try so hard to just try to fit in with them, and maybe you end up even blocking your own destiny, maybe because you don't really reach your full potential. So I'm going to just dive right in. So number one, the negative ones. So they're always those negative naysayers, they're always telling you, don't do this, because when you do this, probably you want to try out a business, and they're always telling you, don't do this, because when you do this, people have failed, so many people have failed. What makes you different? What makes you so special? What do you think? What will you do to the business to make it prosperous? Like, they'll just tell you all the negative things, tell you all the negative stories. Maybe it failed for someone else. They'll just fill your mind with negativity until at the end of the day, you'll even find yourself discouraged, and you even probably don't go, you might not go ahead with the business idea that you had, or you might just decide to just cancel altogether. So probably even you had plans to probably go to a different country and try out maybe a new job and try out maybe something, good, and it was legit maybe, but someone will be like, no, when you go there, you'll be stranded, you'll be stuck. You'll want to come back home, and maybe you'll be stuck, and you'll get into a lot of trouble. So you just kind of like just let it go because of the negativity that you've had. So beware of moral killers. And granted, there are people who might be able to advise you. Of course, take it with a grain of salt. That those people maybe have gone ahead of you. Probably they've been to a certain country. They might advise you um, to the best of your regards. But just be wary of some people who are just not so negative. Like everything you try, they're always trying to bring you down, truly trying to tell you, no, 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 you can't do this. It's like they don't want you um to be better than them. They want you to be on the same level with them. Then the other person, people you need to be aware of is they're not toxic ones. So they're very toxic. They come into your life. You didn't know this person was toxic. Probably they seemed nice, but then they're so not toxic. They everything they do is just toxic. They manipulate you. They always try and bring you down at any opportune time they get. They always just belittle you, make you feel small. So even when you tell them about your dream, probably you were dreaming about maybe building a horse racing field or something, and they're like, no, why will you find the land? Like, you can't even get that amount of like money to be able to buy the land, but you have your dream, you're ambitious, and maybe you're probably working towards it, but they're like, no, 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 they're so toxic, just believing you, making you feel like you're not that kind of a person who will be able to pull it off. Then they're always just trying to bring you down. Any opportunity, even if it's a good, fun opportunity, then they'll just, maybe it's a fun moment that you're having, probably it's your birthday, they'll just try and bring you down, even on special occasions. So this person is toxic, and they always try to just bring out the worst in you, yeah, so to speak. Then the other one is the draining kind. So this one kind of goes hand in hand with toxic. The draining kind, you'll find that when you just interact with them, you just feel like like you're drained, like you don't even have the energy, like you're just tired, like they have drained everything in you. You just feel like you can't. And it's always all the times. Sometimes it can happen. Maybe you're tired. Probably that day you had a lot to do. You had a lot on your mind. But when it always happens, especially with this person, and then when someone else comes, you're upbeat and happy. So when you notice that when this person comes around, you always feel drained, then that could be a red flag that this person is a moral killer. Then the other people are the holier than thou. So you find this person is always like, I'm holier than thou, like even when you do something, I could never do that. They're like, really, how could you do that? How could you? They bring up mistakes, your past mistakes. Maybe you've already even asked for forgiveness, probably you've made amends, but they always bring up the past. They always just nitpick on your behaviors and tell you, like, if I were you, I wouldn't do this. Like, how could you do that? Like, they just make you feel like it's like they're spotless, and for them they don't mess up, and they don't make mistakes like you do. So you find that kind of a person. So that kind of a person will just make you feel like, what's wrong with me. Will always question yourself, thinking like, sorry about the background noise, like, what's wrong with me, like, why am I messing up all the time? What should I do to just make myself a better human? Like, you just find yourself always wondering, and you don't even enjoy. You find yourself like not enjoying yourself, your authentic self. So yeah, these are the kind of people to avoid, like moral killers completely. Then the know-it-alls. So there are those people who just know it all. They tell you, I know this, you even want to tell them something you even know, maybe you even studied and you're really good at it, but they'll come and tell you, no, 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 I know this, I know this. So you just listen to them, but you just like, they always interject when you're talking. They always want to tell you, I know this, I know this. Even when you tell them, even if it's a topic that you're really passionate about, and they interject, they always try to make you feel like you don't know anything. I know everything, like they just put you down all the time. So yeah, that's a buzz kill, a moral killer, and you should be worried about that person. Then the other person is also the jealous kind. So there are people who are very jealous, and they're always in competition with you. So everything you do, it's just jealous. They're just jealous, and you kind of wonder, like, you can even find this person is actually richer than you, like materially, like they have more material wealth than you, but you just find them just jealous of you. Probably you're really struggling with finances. Probably you're, trying to make ends meet, like you're just struggling to survive and get by, even at the basic needs. It's crazy. So, but this person will just be jealous of you because of just your essence, your ability to just, be happy regardless of your situation, your ability to just pull out whenever you fall down, you're able to just get out of that. You're able to trust in God and just get out of that and just become stronger and stronger. And whenever whatever happens to you, like you always just like you don't fall, like you always like stay strong and always like pick yourself up. And no matter what happens, no matter what happens in your life, if you go through a divorce, if you go through what, if you go through an illness, like you always pick up yourself. So this person will be like, jealous of you. They're always wondering what's up with this person. They're always in competition with you, trying to just figure out like why, you're doing things like this. They're always just like watching you every move. So yeah, this person can really actually, because that jealousy can really drive them to even ruin things for you, like even if it's a moment, then you like probably you tell someone, oh my God, I just probably this is a friend of yours, a friend that that was really dear to you. Then you tell them like you've gotten a job, and they're like their reaction is just like they're not even happy for you. So when you notice that, just be wary of this person. So yeah, they're just moral killers, and they'll just end up like, it's kind of like when you have them around, they'll try and mess you up and try and even convince you to even quit. Like eventually they'll just try and just make you feel like you don't deserve the job or something like that. Then the other people are the schemers. So these are the schemers that, they're always plotting against you, evil against you. They're always trying to, sorry, get people into their sides to just like maybe bring you down. They're always planning, like even sometimes you find yourself like probably, let's say for maybe people in business, maybe you're trying to get a deal or a tender, and then this person kind of goes behind your back and just schemes, and maybe even like pay someone to just not pick your business, like that. That people actually like do that, like so it's crazy out here. So beware of the schemers, because they'll just kill your morale. So you find yourself, you've applied, like you qualify for everything, you qualify for this certain job, but why, probably, so maybe there's that person who is always going behind your back and just like trying to ruin things for you. Yeah, the people who are like that, like they will want to ruin your life really, basically, at any opportunity they get, especially if they're in power or even if they just have connections or maybe they have money or something like that. So beware of the schemers. Then the other people you should be worried about is the insensitive ones. So insensitive ones to the sense that probably maybe you've just gone through something, probably you've gone through God forbid, a loss, and this person will just talk and maybe say something insensitive like to you, and at that moment you really need people to have your back, people to just encourage you, people to give you words of encouragement. But this person will be so insensitive and they'll say things that will just trigger you, especially if you're going through a rough patch, right? And then they're just telling you bad things, like you deserve this, you're worthless, blah blah blah. They're not sensitive at all to your certain situation, your current situation. So yeah, it's better to be worried about this. So when you notice that, like, it's just best to keep away and try and avoid, especially when you're going through things, like try and avoid this kind of person. Yeah, just try and make your connection minimal, like hi. Don't engage them so much, because at the end of the day they'll drain you, they'll make you feel like your morale is just from here to zero. Then the leeches kind of they want to leech on you. Probably they've seen how kind you can be. Probably you're a kind person, maybe you're not even wealthy, but you're very kind and you always try and help people and you always try and give out, help out whenever you can. So maybe this person noticed that maybe you were able to help another person, so they're like, oh, okay, so maybe they can also give you some money. So they leech on you, they try and call you all the time, they want, and maybe you send them like once. And it's just a small amount because you're not really good yourself. You just like helping people. Then they're like all the time. It's like they become entitled. So they want you to be there for them all the time. I need this. They become so entitled. Like, I need this. I need to do this. I need to buy this. Send me money. Like all the time. So the leeches can really bring your morale down, because you're struggling. Probably you've not even had a good day. Probably even you yourself, you're in debt. But now this person just all the time just trying to leech on you. So yeah. Then the other point is also the gossipers. So beware of people who gossip. Yeah, they gossip a lot, and behind your back, maybe this person is friendly to your face, and then behind your back, they go and tell rumors about you. Maybe they attack your character, assassinate your character, talk ill about you. Yeah, and you find out from someone else, oh, they said, oh my God, so you get to discover that this person, they talk badly about you. Probably when you're with them, they're so nice, like, oh, hi. So just beware of people like that. Yeah, the gossipers. So yeah, those are the points that I had for you today. So don't worry about my hair. Yeah, it's just like this. So don't worry, I just had to. It's one of them days. Okay, don't worry about my voice. One of them days. So yeah, don't worry about my hair. So thank you so much for watching. This has been your girl, Everly Eugenia. Until next time, take care. Bye.